20 Fun Facts That You'll Love to Know Part 1. Have you ever wondered how many times you've walked around the world? Or where your smallest bone is? And what is a Jesus nut? Well, get your answers here and so much more with these 20 random, fun facts that you will love to know. So pull up a chair, get comfortable, and enjoy this awesome list of the top 50 most random and fun facts. Number 1. The smallest bone in your body is in your ear. Known as the stapes bone, this tiny bone is, on average, 0.09 times 0.11 inches, 3 times 2.5 millimeters in size. The stapes bone can be found in the middle ear of humans and many other animals. It plays a vital role in transferring vibrations from sounds into the inner ear. Number 2. Tennis players can be fined up to $20,000 for swearing while playing at Wimbledon. It doesn't stop there, though. If players swear once before or during a match, they're fined and given a warning. The second time it happens in one match, they may lose a point. On the third, they may lose a game. Then, finally, they can lose the whole match if they swear 4 times. Number 3. Only 5% of the ocean has been explored. The ocean covers around 70% of the Earth's surface, and it is much harder to explore than land. As much as 20% of the ocean floor has now been mapped, thanks to advancements in sonar technologies. The reason we've explored so little of the ocean is that the technology needed has only developed over the last 100 years. Number 4. Most people fart around 14 to 23 times a day. While passing wind may sometimes be embarrassing, it's perfectly natural. By knowing what you eat, you can fart less often and prevent them from being too smelly. The foods most linked to farting include beans, broccoli, milk, and corn. Other high-fiber foods such as fruit, peas, or cabbage can increase the amount of gas you pass. Number 5. There is a species of spider called the Hobo spider. The Hobo spider, Oratogena agrestis, can be found in various places around the world. This includes Europe to Central Asia and parts of Western North America. This crafty little critter doesn't live in a standard spider web. Instead, it constructs a funnel made of web in the ground and waits for its prey to stumble into it. Number 6. A lion's roar can be heard from 5 miles away. A lion can roar as loud as 114 decibels, roughly 25 times louder than a gas-powered lawnmower. Lions can roar louder than other big cats because of the way their vocal cords are shaped. This allows them to produce more noise with less effort. Number 7. St. Lucia is the only country in the world named after a woman. The island has been continuously inhabited since at least 200 AD but wasn't discovered by Europeans until the 16th century. Legend has it that French sailors were shipwrecked on December 13, 1502, and became stranded on the island. As December 13th is St. Lucia's Day, they named the island in honor of her. Number 8. The national animal of Scotland is a unicorn. What is Scotland's national animal? Unicorns have featured in many cultures over the years, going as far back as the Middle Ages. They're a symbol of purity, innocence, and power in Celtic mythology. Unicorns were first introduced to the Royal Coat of Arms of Scotland around the mid-1500s. The unicorn was believed to be the natural enemy of the lion, which is the national animal of England. Since the 1707 union of England and Scotland, the royal arms of the United Kingdom include a unicorn and a lion. This displays unity between the two countries. Bonus fact: the unofficial national bird of Scotland is the golden eagle. Number 9. The United States Navy uses Xbox controllers for their periscopes. In 2018, the U.S. Navy equipped its submarines with Xbox 360 controllers. The control sticks for periscopes are both expensive and difficult to master. So the U.S. Navy began to install Xbox 360 controllers as they are much cheaper. It's not all about cost, though. As many periscope operators have used Xbox controllers in the past, they can easily transfer their skills. Number 10. The following can be read forward and backwards. Do ye see God? A palindrome is a word, sentence, or phrase which can be read the same forwards and backward. The word itself is from the Greek words, palin, meaning back, and dromos, meaning direction. Palindromes have been around for thousands of years. The first known palindromes date back to Egypt during the Greek occupation around 300 BC. Fun fact: the man credited with writing the first palindromes was executed for writing one that insulted his king. Number 11. A baby octopus is about the size of a flea when it is born. When an octopus first lays its eggs, they're smaller than a grain of rice. The eggs are so delicate they have to be constantly watched over. When the baby octopuses emerge from their eggs, they come out fully formed but tiny. They weigh only 0.001 ounces, 0.03 grams. You'd think this would make them hard to see, but, since eggs are laid by the tens of thousands, they're easily spotted. Number 12. A sheep, a duck, and a rooster were the first passengers to take a trip in a hot air balloon. In 1783 the first hot air balloon was launched carrying a sheep, duck, and a rooster. The Montgolfier brothers invented the hot air balloon in France. They began to experiment with balloons after seeing the heat of a fire lift their laundry as it was drying. The inaugural flight took animal passengers as it was unknown how flying at high altitudes would affect people. The flight was a complete success, and the animals landed, safe and mostly unharmed. Although, the sheep managed to land on the rooster. Number 13. In Uganda, around 48% of the population is under 15 years of age. Uganda has a total population of 44.3 million. This means that there are around 20 million people under the age of 15 living there. In total, 77% of the population is under the age of 30. One of the reasons this number is so high is because the population is rapidly expanding. There were just 5 million people in Uganda in 1950. Number 14. On average, men get bored of a shopping trip after 26 minutes. The average male gets bored of a shopping trip after 26 minutes. Meanwhile, women don't get tired of shopping until around 2 hours have passed. On top of this, it's been found that 8 in 10 men hate shopping with their partner. Men who are promised a treat at the end of a joint shopping trip are more likely to pretend to enjoy shopping with their partner for longer. So, next time you see a woman at a store with a bored-looking boyfriend, you know they've been out for more than half an hour. Number 15. In the 16th century, Turkish women could initiate a divorce if their husbands didn't provide them with enough coffee. This would be unheard of today, but coffee was an integral part of Turkish society back then. It was introduced into the country in the 15th century, and by the 16th century, they had mastered the art of coffee. Coffee became so popular, it seems, that it became grounds for divorce. No one knows why exactly this actually came into law, but the fact remains that it was. Number 16. Recycling just one tin can saves enough energy to watch television for 3 hours. That's how important recycling is. In fact, recycling an aluminum can into a new one takes only 5% of the energy required to produce one normally. The average person has the chance to recycle 25,000 cans in their lifetime. That's 75,000 hours of television. Number 17. After the premiere of 16 and Pregnant, teen pregnancy rates dropped. MTV may not have the most wholesome shows, but teen pregnancy dropped by 5.7% within 18 months of the show's premiere. While this sounds like a success story, the TV show has been criticized for glamorizing teenage pregnancy. Instead of focusing on genuine issues, they focus more on the drama between the parents. Number 18. Squirrels cause approximately 10 to 20% of U.S. power outages. Approximately 10 to 20% of US power outages are caused by squirrels. Harmless and cute as they seem, these fuzzy little creatures aren't as innocent as you think. Squirrels tend to chew things, but combine this with power lines, and there's going to be a problem. Fortunately, squirrel-induced blackouts are much easier to fix. But, let's face it, there's only so much damage one squirrel can do. These blackouts are much smaller than one caused by a storm, as generally, there's just one cable to repair. Check out these other amazing facts about squirrels. Number 19. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are all banned in China. Known as the Great Firewall of China, the online restrictions and censorship within its country are expansive. Other major banned social network sites include Pinterest and Tumblr. Those aren't the only ones either. Over 8,000 domain names are blocked in China. This doesn't mean that people in China can't be social over the internet. There are several popular Chinese-owned and approved social media companies, such as TikTok, Weibo, and WeChat. Number 20. 95% of people text things they could never say in person. There's something about saying things over text instead of in person that allows us to speak more honestly. Even if a little too honest at times. While this often ends up in sticky situations, it has its benefits too. Psychologists have found that their patients can open up to them more by texting. They still talk face-to-face with patients, but for some, it can help with their progress. We hope you enjoyed these 20 random fun facts part 1. If you want to watch some more fun facts, you can subscribe and activate bell. Please share these fun facts with your friends and on your social network sites. We know your friends will love them too.